All right, so breaking news that we have right now from Express, and the Joe Biden has said, the U.S. President Joe Biden has said that nobody is taking him seriously, and EU has basically, the European Union has basically snubbed the U.S. Includes France, Spain, and Italy. All have announced their withdrawal from the U.S. command structure for Operation Prosperity Guardian. This is one of the biggest news that we have right now. And this is none other than U.S. President himself declaring that nobody takes him seriously. This is what we call the end of Pax Americana as we know it. Um, it's a very difficult situation. It's a very weird situation for the American administration as it is started by isolating Russia. We saw in the earlier days of the U.S. The Ukraine Russia conflict that America put out sanctions on several Russian companies and oligarchs, and after that they said that rubles is somehow going to fall off. But right now exactly opposite is happening because basically they you know Russia has now globalized their position, and and now they are not isolated. Russia, my friends, is no longer isolated, but US increasingly looks isolated, and it is very likely that in future things are not looking good for Americans as well. So what a drastic change of things that are happening right now. It's unbelievable stuff that is happening. So let's get down to the crux of it, and let's see what do we have. Okay, so US President Joe Biden has warned uh, that nobody takes him seriously as a military operation in the US collapses due to the withdrawal of European countries from its command structure. France, Spain, and Italy all announced their withdrawal from US command structure for Operation Prosperity Guardian, adding that they will not only conduct further maritime operations under the command of NATO or the European Union, not the United States. So what an embarrassing situation. What an embarrassing situation for America this is. Uh, or you know Not being able to be accepted as a leader, which America calls itself allegedly. However, taking into the consideration that some of these countries also have seen, changes in their government ruling, so, so nobody wants to take America seriously as of now. It's very awkward situation, and let me read further for you because this is getting very interesting and even funny, I should say. Okay, so then this says that Operation Prosperity Guardian is a military operation in the Red Sea. Started earlier this month to respond to attacks of shipping carried out by Houthi rebels, a Yemen group backed by Iran. The Houthis say their attacks are being carried out in response to Israel's attacks on Gaza following Hamas killing of 1,200 civilians in the country on the attack that took place on October 7th. So it's a very embarrassing situation for United States. If I would be if I would have been the president of United States, I would have attacked. But I would have definitely launched a diplomatic offensive. But to say this as a US president itself, that nobody takes you seriously, is gives you sort of an insight into what the thought process of United States, or if not whole of United States, let's consider Joe Biden for this appraisal, because no, he himself doesn't consider himself as someone who would get listened. That the worldwide political leaders worldwide will give him an year or two, and they will take whatever they want to take from him. So it's a very stupid uh, you know statement. And from the most powerful country in the world still. So either nobody wants to accept the leadership. And this is very interesting. I just remembered this. And you remember the AUKUS deal, right? Where the French Navy. No. I will have to pull this out. I'll have to pull this out. This is very interesting. It's getting very, very interesting right now. What was the AUKUS deal? You remember? AUKUS submarine deal. Let's pull that article. And what was the official take of French government? Because you know France was hit. It was shell shocking for France, to be honest. However, after in the aftermath of that particular conflict, diplomatic standoff, which started due to the submarine deal between France and Australia, we saw how the military access agreement was signed between Australia and France to ease the tensions of this particular standoff, diplomatic standoff between these two regarding the signing of nuclear submarines. And after that, they also consolidated. The United States also consolidated France for the simple reason because they did not wanted France to be on the wrong side. They did not wanted to France to end up on the wrong team. So they decided to extend the AUKUS submarine program. But at that point, it was a very big blow to France. And also, you will have to understand that France is actually the cast of Republic Day parade after Biden reportedly, denied denied the invitation. And Biden was sitting for quite a long time. And after the Nidja incident, the killing of Nidja, who was a pro-Khalistani element in the United States, and United States has allegedly granted him citizenship days before his murder. So basically, after that, Biden was sitting on this invitation that he received during the Modi's trip to United States, on when Prime Minister Modi was on a state trip to the United States. And at that point in time, it was looking like everything was good. And after that happened the Nidja murder, and soon after we saw a very big decline in India relations vis-a-vis to United States. And after that, the deterioration has continued over time. There were several uh, statements from both sides, from both countries, accusing each other of not acting upon given the gun running. India said that the Canada, and it started all from Canada, Justin Trudeau, and how he put out all those allegations on India. And later, then after that, the Niger killing, Canada reached out to United States, and then United States, foiled an alleged Indian plot of assassinating Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, who was the SFJ Six for Justice leader. And after that, we saw how things got escalated. And after that, all this while, all this, when this was happening in the forefront, Biden was sitting over this invitation which he received during Modi's state trip to United States. And now, when there were less than 2 months to for the 26th January Day Parade, Biden actually declined that particular invitation. So there were some think tanks and experts from United States who were saying that India is now isolated, and that included people like Bruno Maces, the usual people who have had disagreements with India right after Ukrainian conflict. So that happened, but after all, India went to France. So this is where the entire story completes. It comes to a full circle, basically, and that says, and it simply says that you know this has happened, uh, and now the French president, he tweets out and he officially recognizes that he has indeed accepted the invitation extended by Prime Minister Modi to attend the Indian Republic Day parade. As you know, previously, Indian Prime Minister went to France and he attended the Bastille Day parade. And after that, we have seen Indian Prime Minister extending. There was also an Indian contingent which marched during the Bastille Day parade, as we remember. And now, in reciprocity, the French president has now accepted this particular invitation, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing that is happening, and it is certainly has something to do with France disobeying what United States wanted, basically to head the operation of Prosperity Guardian in the Red Sea as a leader. So three countries have now backed out. So this is it.